There are so many things that cannot go with you into the next level of your life. And so I do know all these things of like, we always love talking about breakthrough and breakthrough and breakthrough, but sometimes back God was like, Waithera, you really want a breakthrough, but how can I, like, how are you willing to be broken for you to really get a breakthrough? Like, how are you really willing to be broken and to be fixed? Because if it's a breakthrough, then there has to be a breaking involved. There has to be things that you cannot carry into the next dimension, into the next stage of your life. And these things, some of them might be anger issues, there might be envy, there might be comparison, you know, there might be discontentment, there might be greed. And so when God is taking you into like another level, there are things that can't go with you. There are even friends and family members. They are just, when people say that it's lonely at the top, that's it. You've got to be in a space where you're so grounded with your vision and what God gives you, because it's a very crucial and important phase of your life. And if you miss it, you'll still continue having and getting things in the same way you've been getting them. And so the best thing you can do is allow yourself to be broken. And vulnerability is not weakness, because that's where you find like sometimes we as women, we have gone through a lot of stuff, and so we have developed like a very huge masculine thing. You're so masculine. Like for me, I had developed a very masculine stuff. Like you have a wall, you have a cocoon, or you have a shell where that like even God can't even like go through. Like it's so, you're so stubborn. I call it stubborn. I was so stubborn. And so there are things that God wants to penetrate through. And sometimes hiyo umasculine uko nayo, hiyo ugumu uko nayo, hiyo ndio inafanya, or that's the thing that is making you not go into the next dimension of your life. And so I had to allow myself to be broken. And so that's why I say, if it's gonna cost you tears for you to go into the next version, then so be it. Because this is the thing. You've not allowed God to come into your heart and fix all these things. And that's why some of these things are just continuing, like the cycles still continue, all these stuffs, they continue. And they are just continuing because you've hardened your heart so much, or life in particular has hardened your life, because we've all gone through different things and different situations that have made us, harden our hearts. And so vulnerability, being vulnerable with God and just letting Him in, and letting Him in work on those things that are, like He needs to work on. And it's like so deep inside. And so you have to give Him space to work on those things, because if there is no breaking, there can never be a breakthrough. And so if something has been broken, there's something that needs to be mended, and that's God's work. He's gonna mend all those broken pieces and bring them together. And that's why I believe in something like called the kitsugi from a Japanese. They say like it's when probably like something is broken, and then they take the pieces, then they use gold, melted gold, to shikanisha the broken pieces, and then they turn it into a better thing which becomes now more valuable than it was before. And that's the thing, like you've got to allow yourself to be broken at a point in your life. Like being broken is not a sign of you're losing it or you're dying. It's something in you is dying and something is being born in you, and you've got to allow yourself to die. And it's not like dying like you're buried. No, this is dying to the things that you are running to. You like the way we say, like giving God our bodies as a living sacrifice. That's the self-control. Like that's dying. You die from the inside, and so you can see something from the outside being born. It's like a phoenix. A phoenix has to die and be burnt, and then it emerges into this amazing thing. Same thing with an eagle. An eagle goes away from the other eagles, and then it starts plucking its own feathers, And it's a very painful process, very, very painful. Please underline painful process. It's very painful when you're being broken for you to be mended again. And so an eagle plucks its feathers, all of them, it's a bleeding, it's screaming, it's painful. But let me tell you, there are feathers that are gonna start growing again in this eagles, it's gonna like start developing new feathers, and then it flies, and then it's stronger than it was before. And it's because it had to allow itself to be vulnerable and be broken, and then it emerges to this amazing new eagle that has super strength that has never even been seen in the like. And then it flies up even more higher than it was able to fly when it had like its old feathers. And so sometimes in life, you have to allow yourself to be broken so that you may emerge as who really God says you are. So allow yourself to be broken. It's okay. It's a painful process, but there's something that is being birthed.